Hey guys, this is Danny Boy. Now we have the Geth Plasma SMG. The Geth Plasma SMG is essentially a small minigun. The longer you hold down the trigger, the faster it fires. It's just like the Geth Spitfire, or I believe the Typhoon in the multiplayer. And it was just added to the single player with the Firefight DLC added today. So, to compare it to the Tempest, same weight, greater capacity, greater fire rate, lower damage, greater accuracy. This is actually a very accurate SMG. Very accurate weapon in general. Let us begin. And you can single shot with this weapon well enough, but you can't really burst because there's a delay when you first fire. So I'm going to compare single shot accuracy to full auto accuracy. But this is really a weapon that's designed more for full auto most of the time. Okay, so point blank, and it doesn't actually leave bullet holes, which is kind of a problem. Oh, and also, just so you know, this is its rate of fire. So it does chew through ammo once it gets up there, but you do get a lot of ammo per heatsink, like 100. Actually, I think a little bit over 100. Okay, here we go. Semi-automatic. Not perfect, but very accurate from the hip. We are getting a spread, though. Full auto. Seems comparable. Now, short range. Still solid. Still hitting reliably. This is about as fast as I can fire at semi-auto, by the way, because of the delay. Headshots were a bit problematic, though. Full auto. Good. Headshots still a little problematic. We're hitting around the head more so than hitting the head. Try mid-range. Spread is becoming very noticeable at this point. Still getting a good number of hits though, but... And head is still definitely very problematic. I would probably not bother with the head at mid-range. Weapon has very minimal recoil, by the way. Yep, I would just assume full auto at mid-range. Center mass. Long range seems really terrible for semi-auto. Full auto you might be able to chip, but it's going to take a lot of shots. It's not going to be very efficient. Maybe to finish somebody off, center mass, but beyond that I wouldn't bother. That's bad. And that's even worse. So, from the hip, I would full auto the head at point blank. I would full auto probably center mass at short. The head seemed to be kind of problematic. Full auto center mass at mid. Beyond mid, I probably wouldn't bother. You could maybe chip away at long range. Center mass, full auto. Okay, so now we'll add in the sights. Definitely an improvement. Getting a much tighter spread. Same for full auto. Try short. Still seems to be an improvement. A big improvement, actually. Much better for headshots and center mass. Same for full auto. It seems like there's very little reason to actually single shot this weapon. The spreads seem to be very comparable from the hip or with the sights. Still dead on. Same for full auto. Can definitely get headshots full auto down the sights at mid-range. Still great. Getting a more noticeable spread, I would say, on full auto at long range. But still very solid. I'd say you could still full auto the head even at long range. Even very long, semi-auto is good for the head. Full auto, it's a little harder to stay on target because of the recoil. It's noticeable at very long range, but I'd say you could probably still full auto the head, or if not, just kind of work your way up from the center. Alright, now let us throw in a scope, see if it makes a significant difference, but we could already basically go to very long range full auto just with the sights, so scope is probably not necessary. Let's see if it's worth it. Still great. Makes sense. Try short. Excellent. More of the same. Mid. Very, very, very slight spread. Now long. I'm not seeing a huge improvement here. It's easier to see for headshots because you're zoomed in. So yeah, I'm not seeing a significant difference in spread. I would say use a scope if it just makes it easier for you to aim. I will say it's definitely easier to aim at longer ranges with the scope versus just with the sights because all the bullets do kind of blur your vision and the muzzle flash and what have you. So it's an option, but you'll be making a sacrifice in ammo conservation or damage. Alright guys, that's it. That was the Geth Plasma SMG. It's been in the multiplayer for a while since the Resurgence DLC, I believe, but it was just ported over to the single player with the Firefight DLC. So, thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. Please like the video if you liked it. Please sub if you want to see more. Leave comments and feedback. Ask questions, I'll answer them. And have a good one.